Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So yes, this is an update on my 5K 2017 iMac. So I bought the 2017 version of the 5K iMac because I wanted a machine better than my current setup, which was a built PC that I had about 8, 9, 10 years ago. Now I do use a MacBook as well, but that's kind of more for traveling. But for my home usage, I wanted to get a nice desktop setup to do all my editing on, and the 5K iMac has just been stunning to say the least. I've actually upgraded the RAM to 40 gigabytes instead of 8, and I do have the 1 terabyte drive, Fusion drive, and I have external drives as well. I am upgrading once again to a 2 terabyte Wi-Fi drive, and you'll see a video on that later. But for now, the 5K Mac has been really impressive. Now here's some things that I thought were really shocking about this. I like how Apple does wireless because my keyboard that I have here, I upgraded to the keyboard with the keypad on it, and I think that anybody who purchases this through Apple, you really should do that. I bought this thing maybe 2.5 months ago, and I still have not charged the keyboard yet. I'm at about 22%, and this is just amazing. This keyboard is still going almost 3 months later, and I like the way Apple does their wireless technology. Now I do have the Magic Mouse and the Magic Trackpad too. I predominantly use the trackpad because I do a lot of editing, and I find that having the real estate, the surface on there, is good for pinch and zoom and just doing all the gestures. And I've gotten used to it. I very seldom use the mouse unless I'm charging the trackpad. And the trackpad, when it comes to battery life, it lasts for about a month or so with my usage, or sometimes a little longer. The mouse, I've actually charged it one time in the last 2.5 months I've had the 5K Mac because I don't really use it very often. But the keyboard surprised me with having such extended battery life, and it's always on. You know, I tap it, log in, I'm good. It's pretty amazing how the keyboard and the battery life is on the wireless things that Apple has linked to the 5K Mac, or just your Macs period. You can buy the keyboard, the mouse, and the trackpad to use on any Mac, and it should work. And I don't know what kind of battery life you'll get, but that's always going to depend on the user. Now, as far as performance of the Mac goes, I'm happy that I got the version that I got because I didn't want to break the bank, but I still wanted the new 5K Mac. So I basically went with the baseline model and upgraded the RAM myself. And it does have a graphics card in here, which actually performs very well. The computer, no lag, no stutter. Over time, it seems to be smoothing out, and I guess my usage is learned. I don't know. I just know that my experience with it, I haven't had any problems, and I don't foresee myself having any problems with this. But if I do, I did buy Apple Care for an extended 3 years, and I think everyone should do that with their Macs that they purchase, because Apple has great customer service. They take phone calls, they submit tickets. If they can't service you at the moment, everything is done the right way. And furthermore, they actually call you back. I've been with other companies before, and I needed some help with something, and I just never got a call back, and I ended up calling back in multiple times to get something resolved. Well, with Apple, I remember a while back when I had the 2015 MacBook Pro, when I was using it regularly, I had a problem with the syncing iCloud or something like that. My iPhone wouldn't sync to the computer or something where I could make phone calls. Apple's customer service was really professional over the phone. I didn't have any problems with it. They submitted a ticket for me. Someone called me back within like 30 minutes because that level of support was kind of backed up, or they couldn't get anybody to time. I didn't know it was like midnight or something like that, or going on 12 o'clock. And someone called me back like right away, and they got me resolved. They showed me how to do it, and that was that. Now, fast forward to today, I'm using the 5K Mac. It's my primary machine. I do have a Windows computer, and here's what I've used that for: the DVD drive, for ripping DVDs and creating things like that. That is what I've used that for. But as far as software goes, I do use iMovie for all of my production on my channel at this point with the 5K iMac. You don't need to purchase Final Cut Pro, but you can. I'm not into editing very much. As you can see, some of my videos are just straight up, a few pop-ups here and there, maybe 1 or 2 transitions, because I'm trying to give you the information and tell you about the experience, not so much put on a show. But I know some of you guys like that, so I'll try to do more. But for now, no. So the 5K Mac has proven to me that it was well worth the money that I paid for it. The unit that I got came to just over $2,000. I think like 2,100 or 2,200, something like that, with the upgraded keyboard. And then I've added on the external SSD, which was $100, and then also added on the USB port, the 4-port USB port, which was $30. I upgraded the RAM for $250, and I switched my mic from the Yeti mic to the Samsung mics, which you can hear right now. It's Samsung, not Samsung. The Samsung mic is portable, small, very loud. It has 2 modes, the modes that I need the best and that I use the most, so that's why I switched to that mic. And those are pretty much the only changes I've made to this 5K iMac. But I will be giving you an update on the 12-inch MacBook because that's one that I use for traveling. And I recently got another 12-inch MacBook. So I bought the 12-inch MacBook originally when it first launched in 2015, but now it's 2017, and I just got a new 12-inch MacBook, which you will see information on that soon. But this is what I'm rolling with right now. So the 5K iMac to me is a great purchase. Not to say that Windows computers are bad purchases, but there's something about Apple's ecosystem when it's not including the iPhone. I just don't rock with iPhones very well. But when it comes to the computing, the iPads, all of that, everything pretty much but the iPhone, I feel solid, I feel comfortable, and I don't see myself leaving anytime soon. Like I said, I have the new iPad Pro 10.5. I have the 12-inch MacBook, the new 5K iMac. The Apple's ecosystem, everything about it it just works for me. Especially when I'm doing office work or editing documents. I actually started to use pages and numbers a little bit more to create photos and banners and stuff like that for my website. Actually, I actually created the banner on my website in pages and numbers. Believe it or not, Microsoft Suite can work, but I felt like I'm going to take advantage of what's coming on here. That's the only reason I haven't purchased Final Cut Pro, because I just feel like I don't need it. Where I'm at in my YouTube game and my website game, I don't need Final Cut Pro. Nonetheless, I'm happy with the 5K iMac, and I'm happy with all the Apple products I've purchased. With the exclusion of the iPhone, I always lose interest really fast. But this is about the 5K iMac, the 2017 edition. It performs like a champ. I'm really happy with it. Did you buy one? I hope you did. If you didn't, I would recommend it at this point because I've had it for almost, I think, 3 months now. And this keyboard just refuses to die. This thing refuses to die. I'm at 22% right now, and I have not charged it once since I took it out of the box. Well, I charged it when I first got it, but after that, it hasn't been charged in almost 3 months, and I'm at 22%, and I use this thing every day. So it's your man Jay Will. Update on the 5K iMac. I will give a desk tour soon. So for those that requested that, I will give a desk tour soon. So it's your man Jay Will. I hope to see you guys in another video. How are you enjoying your new 2017 5K iMac? Do you have one? Which version of the iMac do you have if you don't have a 2017? Let's talk about it in the comments. If you have the little small desk one, I forgot what it is. Those are really good too. You can spec those out really well. So tell me which Mac you use for editing or just for your personal usage. Which one do you have? It's your man Jay Will. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.